with everything you could ever want to make and do right at your fingertips.
I'm Stephen.
I'm Fern, and today we're looking forward to a bonfire night.
Yep, you may be going to a fireworks display. You could even be having one at home. Either way, we've got a few fantastic ideas for you to make.
To ensure your night will go with a bang.
So let's check out what's coming up on today's show.
In Food Fingertips, we've got some great ideas for bonfire bites.
In Little Fingertips, we'll show you how to light the way with a fantastic flaming torch.
And we've got a great idea for storing your bonfire sweets in a Fingertips sweet tube rocket.
And for all the details on today's makes, you can video the show and play it back later. Look on our website or grab a pen and paper right now and jot it down straight away.
If you're going to a firework display, you'll probably end up wearing a pair of these. Wellies. Essential, but not exactly exciting. But with a little bit of Fingertips know-how, why not step out in style in a pair of these? Totally funky, totally personalised, gorgeous decorated wellies. It looks like you've got fireworks right at your feet. They're great fun to make.
And they're really easy to do. Just get your fingertips on a pair of wellies. Now, if you're going to use your old wellies, make sure you give them a wash down first. And don't worry if your wellies have pictures on instead of being plain, because you can still jazz them up just as easily. Get a hold of as many shiny sequins and glittery bits as you can. And it's even worth spending some pocket money on some squirty fabric paint. Now, it comes in loads of funky colours and even glitter too, and you can get it from most craft shops. But do have a practice on a bit of paper first, as even drawing straight lines can be a bit tricky with this stuff. There we go. Let's draw a star like that. And, of course, you don't want to make a mistake on your wellies.
And it's a good idea if you practice your whole design on paper first, so you end up with wellies to be proud of. And we've got a wellie outline on our website. If you just click on Top Makes, you can print one off and have a practice. We'll give you that address at the end of the show. And now it's time to copy your paper design onto your actual wellies. Now, I've already started with some stars, and now I'm just going to draw on the outline of my first rocket. You can use any colours you want. There's my nose cone. Just get the rocket's body on there too. Some little fins. And you just want to keep going with your design until the whole wellie is complete. And doesn't that look brilliant?
And as well as all your glitter, you can use PVA glue to stick on your sequins and even your jewels.
And you won't want to keep these wellies in the back of your cupboard. Check out our finished designs. Here are the finished glittery leaf wellies, our stars and moons, or you could even try making some for your little brother or sister.
So get your wellies out, dust them down,
and get decorating for bonfire night fingertip style. There's nothing better than stuffing your face with delicious food whilst watching your fireworks. And here on Fingertips, we've got some great outdoor bites that will warm you through right to your fingertips.
How about some hot punch to keep out the cold? Just heat up in a saucepan some apple and orange juice. Add to this some orange and lemon slices. And finally, a dash of cinnamon. Here we go. Lovely. Mix it all round, serve it up into a mug, and let's have a taste. That is delicious.
And if your mates are coming round for a bonfire bash, you could make their very own hot potato for them by carving out their initials very carefully into a raw potato and then pop it in the oven, and when it's cooked, it'll look like this. And you could even make silly faces, don't even go there, Stephen, which look lovely when they're cooked. Look at those. How cool do they look?
And no bonfire night would be complete without bangers. The edible sort. Why not make a cardboard cone to hold your sizzling sausages in?
But for a real firework favourite, how about these Catherine Wheel sarnies? They look great, taste yummy, and they're really easy to make.
First thing you want to do is get yourself 5 slices of bread and cut off the crusts, and then put a generous amount of peanut butter on each slice. I think that's enough on that one. Then you join up the slices by just overlapping them like this. There we go. And now you want to add one more amount of peanut butter over each of the joins just to help them join together, and just whack it on there like this.
Now, using the back of a spoon, just press down where the peanut butter covers the joins so all the pieces of bread stick together nicely like that. Then get some cheese slices and just lay them over the top of your peanut butter, slightly overlapping these as well, and keep covering until all the bread is covered up. And then it's time to get rolling. So here goes. Right, going to start at this end. And you want to roll and press down as you go so it all sticks together really nicely and you get a nice spiral effect.
And when you've done that, then slice up your roll and you get these lovely Catherine wheel effects. Look at them.
And you don't need to stop there. Oh no, because you could make sweet Catherine wheels. Instead of using cheese and peanut butter, you use chocolate spread and then put some margarine around the outside and roll them in hundreds and thousands.
Now, if you fancy having a go at making these tasty treats, then check out the Fingertips website. As always, we'll give you the address at the end of today's show.
Just click on food and everything you need to know will be there. So warm yourself up this bonfire night with some tasty Food Fingertips outdoor bonfire bites.
You are going to so love these. There's one thing it's got to be on bonfire night, and that's dark. Otherwise, how would you see all the fantastic fireworks?
But the trouble is, when it's dark, you can't see where you're going or who you're standing next to. But with the little Fingertips flaming torches, you can.
They're cool, aren't they? They give off this cool orangey glow, just like real bonfire flames. Point them down, you can see where you're going, hold them up, and you can see who you're standing beside. Oh!
And the great thing about these torches is that you can use almost any torch you'd find lying around your house. Firstly, you need to get hold of a large balloon and get paper mache. But like we did with the everlasting pumpkin, you don't use newspaper, you use coloured tissue paper. So we're going to start with a nice flaming red colour and you get some PVA glue mixed with water and you want to cover about a third upwards. And now do exactly the same with orange. And finally, a third in yellow, so it really looks like a flame. And once it's nice and dry, it's time to pop that balloon. Here goes. Oh, there we go. Then take your balloon out of your shell, and there is one flame for you, Stephen.
Very nice. Now, what you want to do now is cut a hole in the red section of the balloon. Now, don't worry about being neat about this, because the rougher the better, actually, because it will just add to the flame effect. So cut all the way round, and then just make sure that this will actually fit over your torch. Look at that.
Lovely.
Perfect. Right. The other end, you want to cut flame shape. So just cut like these, like this, and you'll start to get a flame effect. And again, you don't have to be neat about this. Then you take your flame to your torch. Just scrunch it round and stick it in place.
And when it's nice and secure, give it a good scrunch so it's all crooked like a real flame. Look at that. And then, when it's dark, turn your torch on. And there you have it, flame-tastic.
So make your bonfire night a flaming success with the Little Fingertips flaming torch. Brilliant. Rockets, guaranteed to make your bonfire night sparkle. And we've come up with an idea that's going to go down a blast with all your mates.
Fingertips Sweet Tube Rockets. And the best bit about these rockets is hidden behind the nose cone. Look, lots of lovely sweets. So if you've got a bonfire bash, you could give them to your mates as a present, or if you're going to display, pop one in your pocket and you can have a nibble throughout the night.
Hey, you could go rocket mad and make the tiny pocket rocket made from a small sweet tube, or the Mega Moon Hopper made from a large crisp tube.
And once you've decided on which size you want to work with, it's time to make it look like a rocket. So start off with the nose cone. Get a semicircle of card and fold it into a cone shape. And then attach this securely to the rim of your lid. And once you've done that, just want to pop that onto your tube and then make some wings for your rocket. These are just made out of 2 pieces of card and also a fin on top. And then it's time to get painting. And believe me, it doesn't take long before your rocket starts to look really great.
And when it's complete, how about this as an added touch? Get yourself some parcel ribbon and attach it to the end of your rocket and curl up each of the ribbons by just running a ruler across the end. Just keep doing it until it starts to go curly, like this. And these will act as your flames.
And most importantly, do not forget to add your lovely sweets. So, whether it's the pocket rocket
or the Mega Moon Hopper,
make sure your fireworks celebrations have liftoff with a Fingertips Sweet Tube Rocket.
They're out of this world. Whoa! And next time, we'll show you how to make a delicious red-hot autumn bonfire.
Go leaf mad and make this great autumn paper to wrap some fantastic frosty pens.
And in Fun Fingertips, we'll show you a cracking new game in the shape of a giant conker.
Well, that's it for today.
Now, if you want to make any of our bonfire night ideas, then check out our website. The address is just there.
And we'll see you again soon for some more things to make and do
Right at your fingertips. See ya. Bye-bye.
The show with everything you could ever want to make and do
right at your fingertips.
I'm Fern.
And I'm Stephen.
And here's what's coming up on today's show.
Find out if Fern can beat the clock in today's 1 Minute Make.
All these pictures have a secret in common. Find out what's in Techno Fingertips.
And in Party Fingertips, we'll show you how to make your party a polar success with a game of Penguin Skittles. For all the details on the makes, you can replay this programme whenever you feel like it. Look at our website or grab a pen and paper and jot them down straight away.
This is the Fingertips communication station. It can help scan the airways for vital signals. It can store information on its high-tech recording system.
And more importantly, you'll always have your TV remote right at your fingertips. It's brilliant, isn't it? You see, with this, you'll never lose your TV remote. You'll always have a pen and paper handy, and you're never short of the odd snack or two. So why don't you make it and keep it beside you next time you're watching your favourite TV show?
And it all started out as these different pots and tubs and boxes, anything you can basically get your hands on. First of all, you need to hunt down a box that your remote control will fit into perfectly, and I found one here. Look at that perfect fit. But if your box is too long for your remote control, all you need to do is just cut it down a little bit and trim it. Then on one side, draw a line from one corner of your box to the other, and then cut along this diagonal so you end up with a nice wedge shape like that. And this will become your remote control tray. Now you need to find a box that your pad will fit into perfectly. And this one's great because, look, it's got a rim around the top here, which will help you glue it in place a bit later. So, Stephen, you'll be needing those.
Thank you very much. And you now want to get your fingertips on a cereal box because this is going to be your communication station base. Now, draw around the tub that you're going to put your pad in. So let's just draw around this. There we go. And then draw around your remote control tray, just here. There we are. And then you're going to cut these out like that, and you're going to place the pots back inside. Now, you may want to make the holes a bit bigger to make sure that your pots fit in.
And then once your hole's the right size and your tub and tray are in place, you can glue them securely. So get some glue, and you want to put some around that handy rim on your tub, so put it around each edge. There we go. And then pop that in place. And also put a little bit of glue just on the bottom edge of your remote control tray and push that down. And then one more little bit of glue just on the end of this side of your tray as well. And now they should stay securely in place.
You now need to make a shelf for your pots that will hold your pens and your snacks in, and of course the all-important radar dish. And it couldn't be easier to do. Just get a piece of card and draw around the edge of your communication station.
There you go.
Thank you. And we draw around the edge. There we go. And then you want to draw around it again, so put it beside the one you've just done and draw around it again. And then cut this out. So you now have a piece of card like this, and fold it in half, and then stick it to the side of the box. There we are. Thank you, Fran. And it's done.
Lovely. Now you're ready to add your assortment of different pots. So you can put on some yogurt pots for your snacks. On there you go. And how about also, for decoration, adding a soap box on top and some sweet dispensers. And if we turn the whole thing round, you can also add some tubes, and these make great pen holders. And once you're happy with your layout, you need to remember where you put everything, because a fingertips top tip would be to paint everything before you stick it on. So let's get painting. Now, if you're going to paint onto the plastic pots, you need to use either acrylic paint or poster paint mixed with PVA glue so it sticks to the plastic.
And while Fern's busy painting, let's make those radar dishes. Now, for these, you need 2 foil trays, and you want to cut the rims off them both, and you want to make 4 slits in one. And to get the radar dish shape, just overlap where you've cut and put a bit of sticky tape on the back just there. And again, do the same on the next one and keep going all the way round, and you start to get the dish shape, and it will look like this. And as you can see, we've put a hole and a straw through the hole, so there's your radar dish. For the other one, you just make a bow tie shape, and there you have it, the radar dishes.
And you can put your radar dishes wherever you like. You could put one on top of one of your yogurt pots or in between your sweet dispensers. And we've added extra detail like these golf tees, and we've painted up some lolly sticks and stuck them onto the side.
I do like this one, you know. And it's now time to load up your communication station. So first thing, the TV remote goes in there, and of course your pad, and we've added an H to ours to make it look like an authentic helicopter landing pad. And now if I turn this around, we can just pop in our pens, just like that.
And of course, do not forget to add your lovely snacks. In they go.
So you're ready to tune in, switch on, and keep in touch with all your favourite fingertip ideas. Next item, please.
Got a minute?
Yes, this is the part of the programme where we show you how to make something in under a minute using bits and pieces you can find around your home.
Today it's my turn to make.
And it's my turn to time.
And this is what it takes, those 2 strange objects there.
Now, as always, we're not going to tell you what it is. You're going to have to try and guess as we go along. And if you don't do this in a minute, right, you are going to be such a fool. OK.
Oh, thanks.
Are you ready? Here we go. On your marks, get set. 3, 2, 1, go!
I can relax on this one. This one is a toy dispenser. Let you just open it up. There we go. And then I just need to pluck a bit of this off and give a roll. This bit needs to be quite accurate.
10 seconds have gone. I'd have done it in 10 seconds.
See.
I said I should have done this one.
I'm going to make a better one than you would have.
15 seconds have gone.
Right, now. Yep, that seems to be good.
20 seconds.
And stop.
23 seconds. You could have done that in 3.
Yeah, but it had to be precise.
Do you know what it is? OK, do you know what it is? That's the big question. Well, let us tell you. It is the Fingertips Little Tumbler. Look
at that. Jumping bean. Woo.
It's good, is it? It is like a jumping bean, exactly. And you can decorate yours as well. Look at this one. See what you think.
Wow.
It's good, isn't it? It's just a movement on it. And we've got other designs as well. Check these ones out. We've got the divers. We've also got the arrows that go up and down. And we've got loads more designs on our website. Just click onto the website. We'll give you the address at the end of the show and print it off and stick them on.
Now, you'll notice there on the website that the strips had one face on either end, and that's because when you wrap them round and they start to flick-flack, you get alternate faces. Let's have a look at them. Regular ones like this only take a minute to see if you can beat the clock.
Hey, have I ever told you that I was Minehead champion tumbler for 3 years on the trot?
No.
No, I was?
No, you weren't.
Oh, what? I'll show you.
Stephen, are you all right, Stephen?
I'm absolutely fine, but I think he's hurt himself. Can we get someone to have a look at him, please?
This is Techno Fingertips, the part of the programme where we show you how to put technology to creative use. And today I'm going to make this green heart turn a red-pink colour before your very eyes. But the amazing thing is, the heart itself won't change colour at all. It's an amazing colour change optical illusion. So first up, let's get a blank screen. Now you want to draw on a heart, and most computers should have basic heart drawing capabilities. So let's stick on a heart, there we go. And now you need to make it green. You should have a choice of colours. I'm going to go for that green there. Lovely. Now, for this colour change to work, you need to keep staring at your TV screens. Don't look away whilst I explain. And as you stare at the heart, the colour receptors in your eyes become less and less sensitive to green, the only colour they can see, and they become more and more sensitive to a pinky red colour, which is the opposite to green. So in a moment, when I show you a white screen, you should see a pink floating heart. So that should be long enough. Let's give you a white screen. And look at that, a floating pink ghostly heart before your very eyes. A lovely colour change optical illusion, as I promised.
It really does work, doesn't it?
It's amazing, isn't it?
Now, you may be thinking this is a cool trick, but what can I use it for? Well, how about this for a cool idea? Next Valentine's Day, be the first to email your friends a Techno Fingertips love heart that changes from green to red.
And on our website, we've got lots of other ideas for you to try out. How about a green rose that turns a reddy colour for all you romantics out there?
And if you're a bit like me and you think that roses are a bit sloppy and slushy, then we've also got a bottle of green blood that turns to red, and skull and crossbones where all the bits turn from white to black and vice versa.
Now, you could send all these amazing, eye-boggling, brain-baffling images as email or as snail mail, because they work just as well on paper too. How about sending a mysterious Valentine's card? But remember to tell the person you send it to look at this front bit for 30 seconds first, and then a white space like the back of the card afterwards.
So, send someone a negative image
for a positive result.
You may think that the Arctic is a freezing cold, lonely and barren sort of place.
With nothing but snow and ice and more snow and ice.
But no!
It's the perfect place for
a Fingertips Polar Adventure Party.
Cool.
So if you're planning a party, then invite your friends to brave the elements and treat them to the coolest party in town.
Go polar mad and decorate your room with these hanging icicles made from paper cones covered in lots of glitter. And check out these Arctic sparkling snowflakes and silver twisted hanging crepe paper.
As for party food, serve up fish fingers and chips, a staple diet for any Arctic explorer. And what about this? A sugar cube igloo filled with ice cream. And my favourite, frostbites, marshmallows dipped in chocolate and rolled in coconut. And no party would be complete without a cake. This one's strawberry sponge covered in Arctic icing.
And what better outfit could there be for a polar party than getting your mates to dress in icy white? Cool.
Hey, I like your earmuffs, Fern.
I can't even see if I've got earmuffs on.
I like your earmuffs!
I just shout.
But what traditional game did Captain Oates and the other polar explorers play to keep their spirits up on a cold, snowy evening?
Penguin Skittles. It's great fun to play and it's really easy to make. The idea of the game is to roll your snowball towards your penguins and knock over as many as you can. So make it the main game of your polar party. Come on, Steve.
Here we go. Strike! Delicious. Now, you're going to need to drink a lot of this stuff if you want to make penguin Skittles, as you need to get your fingertips on 6 of these flavoured milk bottles. Now, we think they've got a great penguin-y shape, but don't worry if you can't get hold of these, because any small plastic bottles will do. Now, first of all, wash the bottles out and then fill them a third of the way up with sand to make them bottom heavy. And now, let's turn it into a polar penguin. Now, for the penguin's head, it's really easy. Just get a ping pong ball and wrap it in a bit of tabloid newspaper and scrunch it round. And this is going to be the beak of your penguin. So get some sticky tape and stick it around the newspaper really tight. Let's do another bit here. And then just cut just there, like that. And then you stick it onto your bottle, like that.
Wow, he's really taking shape already. But now it's time to make your penguin's card wings. And this couldn't be easier. You just get your milk bottle lid and draw around it twice onto a piece of card. Once here, and then once directly below. Then you can use this as a guideline to make your penguin wing shape. All you do, you just make a little pointy section down that end. And you need to make 2 of these and then cut them out. And now it's time to make your penguin's card feet. Once again, you need to get a piece of card with 2 circles on it and just use this as your guideline. So you're going to have 3 pointy toes and then your penguin's heel down at this end there. And once again, make 2 of these and cut them out. Now you've got your penguin's feet and your penguin's wings, so it's time to stick them to the body. Have you got the body there, Steve?
I do.
OK, so if you take that wing
OK.
and just stick the wings onto the side of your penguin and then pop him on top of his feet, like that.
And when you're happy with the positioning of the feet and wings, it's time to add the eyes. And for these, all you do is scrunch up some sticky tape and stick them in place. So let's, 1 there and 1 there.
Now you just need to cover your penguin in a layer of paper mache using newspaper, PVA, glue and water. Now, if you stuck your head, your wings and your feet on firmly enough, you don't actually have to use paper mache. You could just paint straight onto him, but don't use too much sticky tape as it is quite hard to paint over. Paper mache does give it a nicer effect as well. But if you do want to paint straight onto it, you need to use either poster paint mixed with PVA glue or acrylic paint.
And don't forget, you can check out pictures in wildlife magazines or in books and on the internet to get your penguins looking realistic. Then you'll change your set of penguins from this into these, a group of 6 painted penguins.
Now, to score your penguins, you need to cut out some egg shapes and number them from 1 to 6, and then put them on the bottom of the penguin's feet. So when you knock them over, you can see how you've scored. And the person with the highest score wins the game.
Now, for the bowling ball, you can use virtually any ball, but we think a white ball looks like a chilli snowball. Now, if you're going to make your own penguin skittles, then why don't you check out the Fingertips website? We'll give you the address at the end of today's show. Just click on Party and all of the information you'll need will be there. And if you have a pen and paper handy right now, then let's take some notes. Find 6 plastic drink bottles and part-fill them with sand. To make the head, wrap a ping pong ball in newspaper and make the extra paper into a beak shape. Draw around a bottle lid twice to make a wing shape and do the same to make a foot. Attach your wings and feet to the penguin's body. Add 2 little sticky tape eyes, cover your penguin in a layer of paper mache and paint in penguin colours. Stick a numbered egg on the bottom to score the game.
So next time you're planning a birthday celebration, stay cool with a polar party and play Fingertips Penguin Skittles. Your mates will be bowled over. Well, that's it for today's show.
If you want to make anything from the programme, then why don't you check out the Fingertips website? The address is on the screen now.
And we'll see you soon for some more Fingertips. See ya.
Bye.
Show with everything you could ever want to make and do right at your fingertips.
I'm Stephen.
I'm Fern.
And now let's check out what's coming up on today's show.
Grab a camera, as in Techno Fingertips, we show you how to make your own animation.
Revamp your boring old furniture with a little bit of Fingertips know-how and make these nifty knobs.
And have fun playing ping pong pan with a sizzling pan of bacon, eggs and a row of sausages. You'll be surprised how real it looks.
For all the details on the makes, you can replay this programme whenever you feel like it. Look at our website or grab a pen and paper and jot them down straight away.
Say cheese, that's it, work the camera, love the camera, gorgeous, gorgeous.
Now, you won't be surprised to hear that Fern isn't actually taking photos of me. No, she's taking photos of this very cool dude, the fabulous Fingertips Snappy Croc. What a grin. And this toothy chap will help you out with all your photo shoots, as it's a cool holder to store your camera.
Now, you may remember from before these stretchy jaws, a stretchy set of grinning teeth. And this series, we've really put that grin to good use on this fella.
And what about this? It's also a storage system to hide your extra camera films. And the Fingertips Snappy Croc box started out as one of these. A pet food box, or any box with a long lid.
Now, these boxes are great because they already have a hingy lid on top and they're long and thin like the jaws of a snappy croc. Now, as you can see, I've already painted the inside of the croc's mouth, and now it's time to paint the outside of the box. Or you could cover it in card to give it a neater finish. And if that's what you want to do, then you need to follow these instructions. You need to make your box do a forward roll onto a piece of card. So wrap it up nice and tightly, like this, just gluing it down as you go along, and a bit more tape or glue at this end should keep it all in place, like that. Then, to cover the lid, you want to place this under some more green card with a ruler width border all the way around the outside. Now, once you've drawn in those lines, you'll get these two little squares which need to be cut out, so it makes it much easier to fold. So just a snip here and a snip here. And then if you just place your lid back into that square that you drew earlier, and then fold up all the sides like that. And then you may need to just trim your edges down just to meet the sides of your box, like that. Now, for the gums, you want to do exactly the same thing, but this time, give your sides a wobbly, uneven, gummy effect like that, and then stick it inside your croc's mouth.
And if you have gums, then you've got to have teeth. Just draw jagged teeth onto a strip of card the same length as the lid of your cardboard box, and then cut them out.
And there's one gummy croc for you, Steve.
OK, let's put the teeth in place. Let's start at the top, just here. They look very sharp, don't they? Just stick them around the lid of your box. And now, let's do the eyes. Now, the eyes couldn't be easier. All you do is get a couple of film canisters, and you can get these free in any camera shops, and just wrap green card around them both, and these go on the top of your box like that. And for the actual eyeballs, all you use are 2 polystyrene balls, and just add felt tip markings. Now, make sure you stick these on top of the canisters nice and firm, because don't forget, these are going to store your extra films. So just stick them on top like that. There we go. And there you have it.
Now, for your Snappy Croc's legs, you want to get 4 more film canisters and cover them in green card. And as you can see, we've filled them with a bit of sand to weight them down so they become a little bit more sturdy. Then pop these on top of some cardboard cut-out feet and put the lid back on. Then you can just place your Snappy Croc on top and glue him in place.
Then you can add your tail, which is just a triangle of card at the back, and on the front, look, we've added some nostrils and scales on the top just there. And in the croc's mouth is the surprise tonsils and tongue, the perfect place to store your snappy camera.
And look at this one here inside his mouth. We've even added some little bones in the bottom there. A Snappy Croc likes nothing better than to guard your holiday photos. So, in they go.
Yeah, and if you've seen Fern's holiday photos, you know they've got to be guarded.
Mulhern, you can't talk. I've seen your dodgy summer job photos.
I love that jacket.
This is Techno Fingertips, and today we have some ideas that should make you animated, literally.
Now, you may have tried this before, where you draw pictures on the corner of your exercise book or bits of paper to make an animation. Let's do this one again. It looks great, doesn't it?
That is very cool. But this is Techno Fingertips, the part of the programme where we show you how to put technology to creative use. So we thought it'd be more fun to make a Flickr book using cameras rather than drawing.
So I made one of Fern.
And I made one of Steven.
I used a disposable camera.
And I've used a digital camera. If you get hold of a camera, you can try this too.
Now, work out your idea before you start, and whichever camera you use, make sure you keep it nice and steady. OK, Fern, let's get going. Let's have both hands in the air, first of all. That's it. Stay still, and you take your first photo. OK, now keep the camera steady. Fern, put your right arm down a tiny bit. That's it. Stop just there, and then you take another photo. And you keep going until your sequence is complete. Now, if you aren't going to use a disposable camera like I'm using, then you get your photos developed.
But if you're using a digital camera, you need to load them into your computer. And then you can organise them so you don't waste too much material, and then print them out and cut them up.
And when you've got all of your photos, you secure them in place with a bulldog clip. There we go.
Can't wait to see this.
Should we check it out?
Yeah.
You ready? Here we go, right? Let's see what it looks like. She comes on the screen, she does a spin round like a ballerina. Very
elegant.
Nice. Let's have another look. Here we go. She comes on the screen, she does a little twirl, legs nice and high. That looks cool.
All right, Stevie, let's have a look at your one. Here goes. He's got his top hat on. You put your chicken in the hat? That's very strange. That works very well, doesn't it?
It does, doesn't it? It looks cool.
And if you go onto our website and click on Techno Fingertips, you can print out our ideas, cut them up and play them.
So there you have it. Give it a go. Flicks at your fingertips. Magic.
Furniture. It is designed by grown-ups, usually bought by grown-ups, and is often very boring. But this is Little Fingertips, the part of the programme where we show you how to revamp stuff you'd find around your house. And today, we're turning these into these fantastic Fingertips nifty knobs. You can really go to town and add your own personal touch. Check out this one, decorated with shiny sweet wrappers. And this one with painted shells. Or what about sticking on mini nuts and bolts? Or even creepy crawly plastic insects. And we had to do a Fingertips nifty one. In fact, you can decorate them with whatever will stick in place, like sequins. And the first thing you need is a plain old drawer knob. Just unscrew it, but ask permission before you do this, and you won't believe how easy this is to do. The first thing is to cover it in PVA glue. You want to put quite a lot on, so just cover the whole top of your drawer knob, and then choose whatever you want to go on top of that. I'm going to use some creepy crawly plastic flies, so just put him on top there. And then you want some more PVA glue over the top of him, and you can put as many flies or whatever you're using on top. And this will dry clear, don't worry. So just spread it all over, covering the whole thing so he sticks nicely on there, like that. And don't get any glue on the inside of your drawer knob, otherwise it won't screw back onto your drawer. And then just leave to dry. Yep, that's dry. You can see all of that glue has dried clear and given it a nice shiny look. So now it's time to attach it back onto our drawer. So just screw it back into place. And how cool does that look? So go on, get creative with your cupboard, spruce up your room and create your very own fun Fingertips nifty knobs. Got a minute?
Yep, this is the part of the programme where we show you how to make something in under a minute using bits and pieces you may find around your home.
Today it's my turn to make.
And it's my turn to time.
And this is all it takes, and you can make it too.
This is very, very weird. Now, as always, we're not going to tell you what it is. You're going to have to try and guess as we go along. But I think you're going to really like this. You ready?
It's good, yeah.
OK.
OK.
On your marks. Get set. Go!
OK, first piece of paper. Fold over like that.
Fold over like that.
Then get it again and fold it. And then you want to cut out this kind of shape.
And cut out this kind of shape.
Stephen, that's really annoying me.
Stephen, that's really annoying me.
Then get your little piece of card here and you want to stick on your first arrow.
You want to stick on your first arrow.
Stephen, that is really annoying me now. Big time.
Big time.
Then get your next arrow and stick it on here like that.
Like that.
And stop the clock!
And stop the clock!
Stephen, shall I tell him what it is now?
Stephen, shall I tell him what it is now?
It's an anti-copycat device. You can stop copying me now. Thank you. Now look at this. Arrow pointing down, arrow pointing up. Down, up, down, up. Stephen, see if you can copy that.
OK, look. Up, up.
Up, up. No. Watch, look. Down, up, up.
Here we go. Up!
Up.
She is clever, isn't she? Now, here's how you can do it yourself. Very good. Look, what you do is you get 2 arrows and you have one facing north and you have another one on the other side facing west. And then, when they're in position, you're ready to go. So when you show it to your friends, you'll be able to show that the arrows go up, down, down. But as long as your friends hold it by this corner and this corner, then the arrows will go down, down, down. Every time. Works itself.
It only takes a minute, so give it a go and see if you can beat the clock.
See if you can beat the clock. What could you do with these? Old foil dishes, a cardboard tube, garden cane, and a pair of Fern's old tights. Ooh.
You sure they're my old tights?
Well, they're not mine. Yes, this is Fun Fingertips, the part of the programme where we show you something that's fun to make and fun to do.
And today we're going to show you how to turn this old junk into this Fun Fingertips ping pong pan. 2 bats of fried breakfast with sizzling sausages for a net.
Come on, Fern, let's have a game.
OK.
Now, it's just like table tennis.
But it's a lot more fun to play.
And a lot more fun to look at, yes! Now, these frying pans, they are fantastic, aren't they? And they are so easy to make. Now, the first thing you want to do is get all your bits and pieces together and take your foil dishes and wash them out before you start. And on one of them, you want to just cut a ruler width slot just on one side like that. Then take your garden cane and feed it through your cardboard tube, the sort of tube that foil is wrapped around. And to secure the garden cane in place, just get some sticky tape and place a bit there and another bit at the bottom just there. And to secure the cardboard tube in place, just wrap the flap around, just turn it upside down, a bit more sticky tape on the back, just there, and secure it in place just like that. Now, you may be thinking, how are you going to hide the garden cane? Well, this is cool. Have a look. All you do, get yourself some PVA glue and just whack loads of it on. And this is all going to be covered in a second, so don't worry about this. Just put loads on it like that. And then take your other foil tray and place this over the top. How cool is that?
And now it's time to make your fry-up. Just get some coloured card and cut out any shapes you want. You could have fried bread, you could have sausage, egg, bacon, tomato, whatever you like. And if you don't fancy making your own, you could just cut some out of magazines.
Then cover your pan handle with more tin foil, and then all the pan needs is the fry-up.
And you stick this in by getting a big old splodge of PVA glue. In the middle that goes, and you just want to cover the base of your pan like that, right the way around. And then start adding your brekkie. So put in the bread, and we've got the bacon there, the egg, tomato, and the sausage. And then you can add another layer of PVA glue after that. And this will just strengthen the base of your pan. And don't worry, because of course PVA glue does dry clear.
Now to make your sausage net, take your old pair of tights, use shorties on your tights, and also some cotton wool and some elastic bands. And you want to cut off the legs of the tights first. So let's cut that one off and cut this one off as well. Get rid of this, but you don't need that. And you want to place one leg over your arm like a glove. Are you going to help me out,
I'll give you a hand, and these aren't my tights, by the way.
Okay, all right. So just feed it over your arm, and then place this one into the other one. So just put that one over the top, Fern. That's it.
There you go.
Fantastic. And now pull them both down your arm and place an elastic band around the end like that, and then stuff some cotton wool into the tights. That's it. Just
In it
stuff
goes.
in there.
There we go.
And another elastic band around this. Now this will give you the sausage shape, and you want to keep going until you have a string of sausages like that.
Now for your post for your sausage net, you need to get some polystyrene takeaway cups and fill them up with some sand to weigh them down and make them more sturdy. Then pop the lid back on top and get a plastic fork and just push that in there. Then you can attach your string of sizzling sausages. So if you help me out, Steve, one on either end, and you may also want one in the centre too, just to stop your sausages from sagging.
And for your balls, use ping pong balls, and you can paint them an eggshell colour like we've done here. And if you want a really mad game of ping pong pan, how about buying some polystyrene eggs from your local craft shop, and these will just bounce all over the place. Fancy a game?
OK, I tell you what, Stephen, first one to a baker's dozen, that's a 13 to you. And let's take alternate serves. Ready?
OK, here we go.
Hey.
So why don't you give it a go and make your very own ping pong pan?
Yep, it looks great, and it's a great game to play with your 2 bats of fried breakfast and your sizzling sausage net. Hi, they're my sausages.
Hang on, they're my tights. Oi!
Well, that's it for today's show.
If you want to make anything from the programme, then why don't you check out the Fingertips website? The address is just there.
And we'll see you next time for some more
Fingertips!
See ya!
Bye!
to make and do
Right to your fingertips. I'm Stephen.
I'm Fern.
And let's have a look at what's coming up on today's show. Find out if Fern manages to beat the clock in today's 1 Minute Make.
In Green Fingertips, we'll show you how to have the best house-trained cat in town.
And find out if you've got the magic touch to conjure up fun fingertips pinball wizardry. For all the details on the makes, you can replay this programme whenever you feel like it. Look at our website or grab a pen and paper and jot them down straight away. Fern, what's got 4 legs,
Yeah.
a long tail,
Yeah.
and black and orange stripes?
Why?
Well, don't look now, but I think there's one over there.
And look over there, Stephen. Oh, I think I need to sit down.
Pull up a zebra.
Huh?
Yep, these are the super cool fingertip safari stools. And if you've got an old stool that you want to make over into something wild, then sit back and relax as we roar into action with a bit of fingertips know-how.
Well, I fancy stripes, so I'm going to make a zebra.
Well, I'll make the leopard.
OK, now the first thing you need is an old wooden stool, any shape, size or design you desire. And then you want to paint it with white emulsion, and you're probably going to need to do about 3 coats. Now, if you want to make the zebra stool, you need to paint on some stripes. Now, you could paint them straight on, but here's a fingertips top tip. Get some masking tape, and you want to tear right down the centre. There we go. Right down the middle. Doesn't matter if it's a little bit wonky. Keep going all the way down. Like that. Then lay the first strip over the top of your stool and put flat side to flat side, so you get a nice rough edge on the outside like that. And keep going, tearing and sticking until you've covered the whole stool. And then it'll look like this. Now, it may take a couple of hours, but it really is worth it because it's going to look great. The bits here that you've protected in masking tape are going to stay white, and the bits here are going to be black because we're going to paint them in just a tick. Now, when you're masking taping the legs, don't go right down to the bottom because most zebras run out of stripes as they go. And now it's time to get painting. So get a sponge and dip it into some black acrylic paint. And then you just want to paint it on like you would when you're stenciling. So just get your sponge and splodge it all over. There we go.
Now, if you're going to make the leopard, then give your stool a base coat of yellow, and for the leopard's feet, you need some of this lovely stuff. It's fingertips paper pulp, which is just shredded newspaper soaked in water overnight and then squeezed and mixed with PVA glue. Now, you need 4 balls of it for the leopard's feet, so arrange them around one of the legs and then just squidge them in place like that. And for the leopard spots, get an old glove and some brown paint and bunch your fingertips together nice and close like this, and then dip them into your paint and have a practice on a bit of paper first to get the technique right. And when you're happy, then you can have a go on your stool. Let's give it a go. So let's get a bit more paint on them and see what it looks like. Hey, have a look at that. Perfect.
Lovely spots. Now, once your black zebra paint is completely dry, you just want to peel off your stripes. This bit is lovely. Ready? Look at that. And you just want to keep going with this until you're left with lots of lovely stripes. Now, for the hooves, you could paint some on, or like we've done, you could make some shiny card cone ones. And it's a good idea if you varnish your beautiful paintwork to protect it so it doesn't get chipped. And for the tail, you want to cut out a piece of card and paint it in the zebra style and add a little bit of wool to the bottom there. And then you can just stick it to the underneath rim on your stool. Finished!
Very nice. And to complete the leopard, just paint the paws. Also, to make a tail, you can use a bit of fake fur like we've done, and we've splodged it in paint. And we've even added some orange spots for a bit of extra colour.
So if you want to make some beastly seating, go with stripes for the zebra style.
Yellow and brown for the leopard.
Or orange and black, because I think a tiger would make the perfect seat.
Go wild and make your very own super cool fingertips safari stool.
Got a minute?
Yes, this is the part of the programme where we show you how to make something in under a minute using bits and pieces you could find around your home.
Today, it's my turn to make.
And it's my turn to time.
And this is all it takes. Are you impressed? I think you are. One piece of paper.
That must be the least amount of things you ever need for a 1 minute make.
I know, and it's very cool as well.
It is. It's a good game. OK, we're not going to tell you all these. You're going to have to try and guess as it goes along, but it is a cool game. Here we go. On your marks, get set, go!
OK, piece of paper. Fold in half long ways, like that. Then open out and fold into that centre line, just about there. You do
10 seconds of
OK.
Bit of a clue there.
Is it? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
There we go, fold like that. Then fold it in half once again, over there. Then fold this down like...
Oh, tricky bit coming up.
It is a tricky bit.
20 seconds have gone.
I can get through it with a bit of help. There we go. Push over that side.
Not for me,
then.
'cause that'd be cheating.
It would be. Open it out and push that into... This is the tricky bit here, you see. Push that into the middle and... Stop the clock now.
Very good. 36 seconds. But the question is, what could it be? Could it be an ice hockey stick? Could it be a car park attendant barrier that goes down? Or could it be an axe?
No, Stephen, no. You know what it is. Look, it's a paper pugilist. It's a wrestler at rest. It's a folded fighter. But if we do this... It's a wrestler ready to rumble. And you'll see why in just a tick. But first, I need another contestant. Stephen.
That'll be me, yes. Right, so get your A4 piece of paper. We'll go over it one more time. You just fold it in half. And then you open it out and fold it in towards this line. Once here. And then once on the other side. There we go. Just like that. Then fold the whole piece in half once again, like this. And the tricky bit is on its way, so watch this bit really closely. Here we go. So you fold it over into like an ice hockey stick shape, like that, and then fold it backwards on itself like that, just to get a really nice crease here, and then open it out, and it should automatically just fold in on itself like that, which gives you your wrestler shape. So one more time, you just open it out, fold it into an ice hockey stick shape like that, then open it out, and it should automatically go into that shape like that.
And look at these decorated ones. You can have a go at that too. And you can also make yourself a wrestling ring. Let's have a look at it, Steve.
Here we go.
Check that out. Now all you have to do is let battle commence. Now, the first wrestler to fall over or go outside the ring is the loser.
Ladies and gentlemen, Fingertips Promotions are proud to present the World Wrestling Bout of the Millennium. The Mars Morono versus the ferocious Paul Cotton, seconds away. It's incredible. They've been training for seconds. The atmosphere is electric. Look away if you can't bear to see the paper in pain. How much more of this can they take? The Mars Morono is looking strong. And it's all of the whole cotton.
Yes! No!
Now, of course, if you'd like to make the wrestlers, these designs are on our website address, as always, at the end of the show. Just click onto 1 Minute Make, and it'll all be there ready for you to print off. But if you do want to make the basic designs, these take less than a minute. So why don't you give it a go and try and beat the clock, just like I beat the ferocious Hulk Cotton.
Oh, I love cats. They're beautiful.
Yeah, they poo in your garden.
They're affectionate.
Yeah, they do poo in your garden.
And they're independent.
And they poo in your garden.
OK, Stephen, I think we get the message.
They leave messages all over my garden.
OK, Stephen, how about a cat that never poos and stops other cats from going in your garden so they can't poo in it?
Aha! A pooless pot plant puss.
Yep, that's right, because this is Green Fingertips, the part of the programme where we get funky in the country and get our fingertips green and show you how to make your very own cat. Tiddles, meet Blossom. Look. Yep, isn't she brilliant? We've made this using 2 coat hangers and a variegated ivy. That's 2-tone ivy, which you can buy from most gardening centres. Now, first up, you need to find somebody with muscles. Oh. OK, Stephen, you'll have to do. Look, take those gloves and bend me a cat, please, Hercules. Now, you may need to wear gloves and get somebody to give you a hand, because it can be quite tricky. Now, Tiddles, I'm going to pop you down there. That's it, darling. Lovely. Now, while Stephen gets on with that, I'm going to make a face. What you need first is some nylon thread. And to make the nose, you want to get 2 beads, a big one and a small one. But the small one does need to have quite a large hole in the middle of it, because now you're going to thread through 3 pipe cleaners, which are going to become your whiskers. So just thread those through the middle of your bead like that and separate them out slightly. There we go. And now, before you put the eyes on, you want to tie 2 knots so your eyes will sit in place. Hey, Steve, how you doing?
Oh, you're fine.
Now, I fancy glow-in-the-dark eyes. What you want to do is get some glow-in-the-dark modelling clay and just roll it into a ball. Then get a cocktail stick and just poke a hole straight through the centre so you can thread it on once you've cooked it. Then bake it according to the instructions on the packet. And once it's cooked, you just want to thread them straight on to your nylon thread. So one will go on that side, and you want to put one on the other side too. And those knots that you tied should hold your eyes nicely in place. And there you'll have a rather cute little cat's face.
Right, I've done it.
Brilliant. Now all you need to do is put in your cat's body and your cat's tail into your pot with the soil and the plants already in it. And then you're ready to tie your face into place. Like that.
Then you can add the collar and bell around the cat's neck, just here.
And start adding your ivy. Just wrap it all the way around your wire, and you may need a few plant ties just to hold it into place. And don't worry about any ball patches because, of course, your cat will grow.
He likes our cat. Then all you have to do is place it into the garden or pop it onto the windowsill, and you'll have the best behaved cat in the street. And no poo. This is Fun Fingertips, the part of the programme where we show you something that's fun to make and fun to do. And today, it's pinball wizardry. Now, it has all the thrills and spills of pinball with a touch of magic that will have you playing for hours.
Hey, it looks great, doesn't it, with all these turrets and towers? Now, you may think it looks very complicated, but it all started out as a storage box, some plastic bottles, an egg box and a cardboard tube.
Now, we started things off by sticking a piece of coloured card into the base of our storage box, and then you want to make a hole in one side of the box, big enough to fit your snake tube. Now, your snake tube is made from a kitchen roll tube, and in one end, you cut 3 centimetres in into like a scoop shape. Your ball is going to be launched through this end of the snake tube and out through the snake's mouth. And to make it look like a snake's mouth, just put a V in either side. And in a moment, you're going to stick that into position just there.
OK, I'll get decorating this while you explain the mechanism, Steve.
OK, now the firing mechanism is really easy. What you do is make a hole halfway up either side of your big hole that you've already made. So let's do this side there. There we go, with a sharp pencil. Make sure your fingers are clearly out the way. Then get an elastic band and place it through one side and get it to come out the other side with your pencil again. Again, make sure your fingers are well clear of this. There we go. And to secure it in place, just get a cocktail stick. This is really clever. All you do, pop it through the loop and pull it back, and there you go. Your elastic band is secure. Now, for the actual firing device, you get another elastic band and secure a bead onto one end, and you just double this around your first elastic band like that. Pop the bead through the loop, and if you pull, it should be securely on like that. That's all right, isn't it? Then that will fire your ball. Now, while you have a sharp pencil handy, you want to get a bit of modelling clay, place that onto your table so you don't damage it, as you make a hole through the box just there. And you'll need that hole in just a second for your tilting wizard's hat. How are you getting on, Fern?
Brilliantly, thanks, Steve. Look, one incredibly decorated firing snake. And I've got the scoring cups here. These are just cups cut from an egg box, which we've decorated with a spiderweb design. And for the scoring hat in the middle there, you just want to get a semicircle of card and fold it round into a cone shape. And you want to make it big enough so that a ping pong ball can fit nicely inside like that. Once you know the size of it, get a bit of sticky tape and secure it into place. And then to make your hat tilt, you want to get a cocktail stick with a little bead glued onto one end. Then just poke this right the way through your wizard's hat, through the top bit there and right through the other side.
And now it's time to decorate the base. Now, we've added turrets and rooftops at the back, and we're going to have a tower in each corner, one just there and one over this side. Now, these are really easy. Look, it's just a water bottle covered in corrugated card with a cone roof on the top, so let's put that in place. And for the wall, just get a strip of card and secure it in place with some double-sided sticky tape. There and there. That's looking all right. And you get a curved shape because of the towers at the back. And here's an added touch in your strip of card. Cut out battlements to give it a more castle feel. And of course, no castle would be complete without a dungeon. We have one too, made out of a triangular yoghurt pot just here. Make sure your ball doesn't go in there, otherwise, no points.
You ready for this lot now, Steve?
Here we go.
OK, there's your firing snake.
Right, secure it in place. Bit of sticky tape on his belly. That goes just there.
And we've got the scoring cups here too. Now, it's a good idea if you just stick them on with some sticky tack first of all, because then you can have a play around and see where you want to position them, and then you can glue them in once you're happy with the position of them. And we've also got a bastion. This is very important. If you just stick that there, it will stop the ball from rolling right the way round the wall into the dungeon every time, so it'll help you out a bit. Now you need to raise the game slightly. If you just help me out there, Steve. There we go. And now you can attach your wizard's hat. Now, to help it tilt, you need a little bead just like this, and that's going to go right underneath your wizard's hat, so it'll help it tilt more smoothly. And check out this one. We've even added some cork turrets covered in card, a lolly stick gate, and don't forget to add your scores.
But now, Miss Cotton, are you ready for a rematch?
Whenever you are, Mulhern. Let's see if I've still got the magic touch. Well, that's it for today's show.
If you want to make anything from the programme, then why don't you check out the Fingertips website? The address is on the screen now.
And we'll see you soon for some more Fingertips. See ya.
Bye.
You could ever want to make into
right at your fingertips. I'm Stephen.
I'm Fern.
And let's check out what's coming up on today's show. See if you can guess what this will become in today's 1 Minute Make.
In Food Fingertips, we'll show you how to cast yourself away on a tropical banana dessert.
And in Techno Fingertips, find out how to use your computer and send a secret message. For all the details on the makes, you can replay this programme whenever you feel like it. Look at our website or grab a pen and paper and jot them down straight away. If you want somewhere to stash your nest egg,
even if it's just a paltry sum,
then we've hatched a plan.
They'll have you egg static.
Because you won't have to shell out to make
the Fingertips flipping chicken. Give us a coin, Steve.
There you go.
Watch this.
Excellent! My turn. Here we go. Once you're ready.
Woo! OK, no more foul yolks. Let's show them how it's done now, Steve. Another coin, please.
There you go.
Now, inside the Fingertips flipping chicken, there's a special mechanism which works just like a seesaw. What you do is just drop the coin onto this little ledge here, and the wings flip up.
Now, you've probably worked out that the chicken starts out life as
an egg.
No, a balloon covered in 3 layers of paper mache to make it nice and strong.
Now, to make the chicken's tail, head and wings, you just need to get your fingertips on some thin card. Then get a dinner plate and put it at the bottom of your piece of card and draw all the way around it. Then move your dinner plate up about 5 centimetres and draw around the top section again so you get a little semicircle, like that. Then cut these shapes out, and this little semicircle, when curled round, will become a tail like your chicken's, just by going like that. And this circle here will become the chicken's head. You just cut a slit from the outside right into the centre and then curl it round, and you get a cone shape like that, which you can then put a piece of tape on to keep it in place. Now, for your chicken's wings, get a side plate and draw around that onto some thin card. And then once you've got your circle, cut that in half. And with your semicircles, you want to round off one end and feather the other end.
Now, to make the chicken's feet, it couldn't be easy. Just get 3 bendy straws, tape them together, and then just bend them upwards. Easy as that.
Now it's time to make the seesaw mechanism inside your chicken's body. So get 2 more bendy straws, then bend them over and stick them on so the short end is pointing out towards the feathery bit on your wing. So do this with both of your straws. There's the first one. Let's do the same with the second one. A bit of sticky tape should hold them in place nicely. And then, on the top of one of your straws, you want to cut a little slit so you can just push one inside the other, like that. And now we need to measure our wings against our chicken's body. Steve, you've got the chicken's body?
Here's one I laid earlier. I laid it earlier. Yeah.
Now, just measure your wings so they're slightly wider than the fattest part of the body. That should just be about right there. Then once you're happy with that, get some tape and stick the straws together. And now you want to make a card tongue just like this. And this is where the coin hits inside the chicken. And you want to stick it pointing away from the feathery bits. So another bit of tape should hold that nicely into place.
Now tape your legs onto your chicken's body and this will stop it from moving about when you're working. And then mark where your wings are going to go. And you want to make a hole either side of your balloon on the fattest part, there and there. And then you cut in between the holes around the fat end. So just chop all the way round very carefully. Now, you may find this a bit stiff, but it will be fine. Just go from hole to hole, like that. And then you need your seesaw.
One seesaw.
Good timing. Now, you may need to trim your tongue to make sure it fits inside your balloon, but let's see if this one will go in like this. I think it will. And the straws will just sit in the holes that you made, which will also allow the wings to move easily like that. And then you tape the balloon back together again.
And we've decorated our chicken's head. We've given him some wobbly eyes and a comb on top. And his neck's just made out of a kitchen roll cut in half. Once you've done this, you can mark up where it's going to go on your chicken's body. So just draw around the base of the kitchen roll using a pen. And then, using a sharp pencil, make a starter hole and cut out that shape so you can just slot your neck into place. And then using some sticky tape, got some there, Steve?
There we go.
Thank you. You can just stick him all around like that, and that should hold the head nicely upright. And just using some sticky tape, you can also put the tail onto the back of your chicken. And now, Stephen, it's time for the moment of truth.
Here we go.
Let's drop a coin.
Come on.
Come on, chicken.
Hey!
Hey!
What exciting chicken!
And now you can decorate your chicken. You could paint him, or you could stick on lots of pieces of thin paper stuck down with a glue stick in different layers to look like feathers.
Now, if you'd like to make your very own fingertips flipping chicken, then check out the Fingertips website. We shall give you the address at the end of today's programme. Just click on Top Make and all of the information you need will be there. But if you do have a pen and paper handy right now, then we'll go over it again. Paper mache a balloon, then draw around a dinner plate to make a head. Don't forget the extra bit for the tail and draw around a side plate to make the wings. Make the larger circle into a cone, cut the smaller circle in half and round off to make 2 wings. Make the feet out of 3 bendy straws taped together, tape 2 straws together and add a cardboard tongue to make your flapping wing seesaw. Mark where the wings go on your chicken's body and cut between the 2 marks. Slide the seesaw mechanism into your chicken's body so it rests in place. And stick the head onto a kitchen roll neck and mark its position on the body. Once the neck is stuck in place, decorate your chicken with paint or papered feathers.
So, start saving your nest egg and stash your cash in a Fingertips flipping chicken.
Hey, you could make the goose that's laid the golden egg.
That'll stop your money from egg-scaping.
Got a minute?
Because this is the part of the programme where we show you how to make something in under a minute using odds and ends from around your house.
Today, it is my turn to make.
And it's my turn to time.
And this is all I need to come up with something that's going to make you go, wow.
Now, you can make it too, and we're not going to tell you what this is just yet. See if you can guess along the way. Mr. Mulhern, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Good. 3, 2, 1, go!
Right, I take my square bit of card and I fold it in half. And I fold it in half again, like this. There we go. Then, how am I doing?
That's 10 seconds gone.
That's all right. Now, here's a bit of a clue. I just cut down here. Not much of a clue, actually.
Very interesting.
But you'll see what this is in just a second. Just cut down all the way down very carefully.
20 seconds gone.
OK, no problem. Now, I get some sticky tape. But I get lots of sticky tape. And I get my CD box.
And this is where you start losing time, isn't it, Steve?
Okay.
And you're now 30 seconds
Bit of
under.
sticky tape there, bit of sticky tape there, bit more sticky tape there.
Lots of sticky tape everywhere.
Whack it on, and a bit more.
I would give you a hand, but I can't. I'm doing this.
But you'll never guess what this is, but when you see it, you're going to love it.
44, 45 seconds gone.
Then what I do is I unfold this, and you see the shape I've got. There's a bigger clue. Have
10,
a look. Now,
9,
pop this
8,
in here,
7,
and
6,
put that in there
5,
like that.
4,
and I say stop.
3,
that
2,
clock.
with 2 seconds to spare.
Ah.
That is quite cool, considering you just made yourself there a stained glass window.
Certainly have. Now, you might not believe us, right? But if I just put these pair of polarising sunglasses on and take the make and do this, have a look at that. That is fantastic. Now, look, to see what I'm seeing, just have a look at this. Now, we've put a polarising filter on our camera here in the studio at Fingertips, and we've got our make in the middle and another piece of polarising filter behind, and you get the stained glass effect. It's good, isn't it? But if you've got a lot more time and a lot more sticky tape, you could make something as elaborate as this. How cool does that look?
So if you want to have a go, you need to get yourself 2 pairs of polarising sunglasses, lots of sticky tape and a CD case, and then do some experimenting.
You will be able to make stained glass in under a minute.
Ah, imagine being marooned on your very own desert island with nothing to do all day but sun yourself on a banana cake beach or dip your toes in some jelly ocean filled with fruit surprises and chocolate rafts. Banana cake sand, delicious.
This is Food Fingertips, the part of the programme where we show you something that's fun to make and great to taste. And today we're making a tropical dream dessert perfect for any island castaway. And the great thing is it's so easy to make.
And very tasty.
Oh, thank you.
Not you.
Now, to make Fern's perfect pudding, you need to get your fingertips on a dish. Now, we're using a big round one, but you can use any sort of one. Also, you need to get a cake. Now, you could go to the shop and buy like a banana cake, or you could go to the Fingertips website. We'll give you the address at the end of today's show, and on there, there's a recipe so you can make your own one. Now, to make the island, you want to take your cake and pop it in the centre of your dish.
Then for your rippling waves, you want to mix up some jelly according to instructions on the packet, and then leave this to cool. And whilst you're waiting for this to happen, it's time to make a little bit of sea life.
Now, for that, we are using slices of nectarine, and we've cut out fruit fish shapes, and you can also use orange for this. So you pop them around your coastline. Let's pop them all in there, all the way round. It's looking good already, and we haven't even added the sea yet.
I know, here comes the rippling waves. You want to add your jelly before it sets. Just pour it into your dish, and you want to pour it right up to the rim. And if you have any left over, just put it in a bowl, and you can save it for later. So keep pouring it all the way in there, and then just leave it to set. Yep, that's set, good and wobbly. Now it's time to get decorating. How about using some squirty cream as you're breaking waves? Lovely.
And how about a couple of beach towels made from paper napkin bits for your castaways to lie on?
And some shady palm trees, which just made from straws with crepe paper leaves. Very realistic.
You could even have a chocolate raft made from chocolate biscuits for your castaways to float around the banana coastline.
Oh, look at that desert island. That's good enough to eat, doesn't it? Brilliant, isn't it? So go on, cast yourself away on your very own Food Fingertips tropical island dessert.
Where everything is edible.
Apart from that. One of the time-tested ways of writing a secret message is using a lemon. You just have to get some lemon juice on a cocktail stick and then get writing your message. Oi! And then, when you've written your message and it's dry, you can't see it. And you can only see it again when you heat it. And you heat it using an iron. Let's see what it says. Let's give it a good iron. And look at that! Well, hey! Lemons the old-fashioned way. And you know what? It certainly is, because using an iron can burn the paper, and if you're not careful, it can burn you too.
This is Techno Fingertips, the part of the programme where we put technology to creative use. And today we have a high-tech, spy-tech tip that will guarantee the next time you want to send a secret message, you'll never burn your fingertips again. Check this out. The next time you want to send an email that you want to keep secret, how about using electronic invisible ink? It sounds crazy, but it's true. Have a look at this. There is nothing else written on this page. Believe that, you'll believe anything. There's more to this message than meets the eye. If I just go to select all, you see this blue bit? See, that's highlighting where the invisible message is. And if I go up to black, click on that just there, there's the message. Look, dear Stephen, tell them the secret, love Fern. OK, well, the first thing you need to do is get a new page and then write in your message. Let's type in, now you see it. Then you select all, and that blue box appears again, and this is what's going to make it invisible, because what I'm going to do is change the writing to the same colour as my background, which is white. And watch, it goes as quick as that. And to get it back, all you do is click on select all again. There's the blue box that's hiding our little message. Go back up here and go back to black, which it was at the start, and the message will reappear as quick as that. So you saw it here first, or maybe you didn't. Computer magic with a bit of Techno Fingertips know-how.
And we've got some more invisible messages written in Techno Fingertips invisible ink hidden on our website, if you can find them.
Well, that's it for today's show.
If you want to make anything from the programme, then check out our website. The address is on the screen now.
And we'll see you very soon for some more Fingertips.
See ya!
Bye.